Okay, no, I can see the Western powers having sleepless nights, and their elite counterparts are in their feelings because Burkina Faso got a new young leader, and this leader cannot be bought. This leader, you cannot bend him over. This is a man that is here for his people. This is a man that is here to use the wealth of his country to benefit his people. Finally, Africa has a leader. Now, I often criticize Africans because it gets really frustrating to see a continent so rich, a continent that the world needs. Africa don't need the world. The world need Africa. And these jellyback leaders in Africa allow everyone to come and pillage and rape and use and abuse Africa and her wealth. And the people suffer, right? The people suffer. I ask this question. Why is it that these Western powers was allowed to destroy Gaddafi? Why were they allowed? Why is it that no African leader that I've heard of stand up against them? No one came to Gaddafi's aid. At least I did not hear of any. But I'm so glad that Ibrahim Traore is standing up, right? And a lot of these Western powers, they are in their feelings. Why? Why are you in your feelings when you have this young leader saying the wealth of Africa belongs to our people? Because at the end of the day, when these Africans take boats and they come into your country in Europe and America, you treat them so bad, especially in these Arab countries. A video was circulating years ago with this woman that left, I believe, Kenya to go into one of these Arab states to do housekeeping. And they have her breastfeeding dogs, breastfeeding young-born puppies. That's a level that they look on when it comes down to African women. All because the men we have don't stand in our corner. And here Ibrahim Traore is standing up. Right? He's standing up. Because seeing as you're bringing in all these immigration laws, and you clearly don't want these people in your country, we see what is happening in America. Why is it such a problem when this man is developing his country? Why? You don't want them in your country. In Europe, they create all sorts of immigration laws, right? And now we see a leader that is out here using the wealth of Africa to benefit the people. And everyone is in their feelings. Everyone is having sleepless nights. Why? Why? Right? And America is not in a position to criticize Ibrahim Traore under no circumstances. America needs to sit down and shut up. With all these black men that you give excessive jail time in prison. Right? And we have evidence upon evidence where your KKK police force shooting black men running away in the back. Right? So why is it that America wants to talk about Africa's business? America needs to shut up and sit aside. You're deporting people out of your country. So when Africa is developing their land, using their wealth, it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. And I'm so happy that finally Africa, the youth in Africa, the young men in Africa is standing up as they should. Because the older generation did very little. They did nothing. Right? They did nothing. When you're dealing with a tyrant, when you're dealing with a bully, you cannot shake a bully hand. You cannot talk to a bully. You cannot negotiate with a bully or a tyrant. And these people that are coming into Africa to rape, pillage, and use Africa's wealth, they are tyrants, they are bullies, they are terrorists. But they want to turn around and call Ibrahim Traore all sorts of names. America, sit down and shut up. Right? You cannot criticize or talk about this black man. Talk about the black men that your police officers are shooting in the back. Talk about the black men that is swinging from trees in your country. Shut up, America. How dare you? May God, may the Most High shine upon Ibrahim Traore, his family and his people. And may his life be long and his rule is in integrity. And may he lift his people out of poverty and use the wealth to help others, help other nations, right? Because the older generation did very little, right? They could bend them over and use them. So it is a problem now because they cannot bend Ibrahim Traore. And Ibrahim Traore looks like he's going to fight. If it's going to take blood, blood it shall be. And that is what I see on Ibrahim Traore. He is ready to fight. May the Most High bless him as I say glory be to the Most High.